Hello class, we are continuing on with PowerPoint Module 3 Textbook Project. The section is Animating Slide Content. First and foremost, we want to select the title so we can animate it. I click on the outer box so I don't have any text selected. And I want to click on Animations up on the ribbon. Notice, because we've selected something, we do have some opportunities for different types of animational effects. If you click on the pull-down list, you will see the entrance, the emphasis, and exit effects that they have listed in your textbook. They also have some things for motion paths on how you could have a specific object move across your slide. There's also more that you could look up. There may even be some extra things out there on the internet for PowerPoint. We want to select the, make sure I'm getting the right one here, the float in animation. And you see it comes from the bottom automatically. Now you get a number 1 there, and you're going to say, what's the number 1 for? Well, that number 1 tells you it's a sequence number that will indicate that this particular animation, float in, is the first animation that will appear on the slide when you click to advance to the next slide. The Effect Options button is the next button we're going to click on because we want to change the direction. Instead of float up, we want to float down. I like that a little bit better, and of course you still see the number 1 here is selected. You can also change the start options. If you go to the timing group, you will see start. By default, you have to click to get this to animate when you get to this slide. So you want to click on the pull down list, and you have on click, with previous, or after previous. We want this to show up as soon as we switch slides, and we're going to run it for a preview here on the beginning of the ribbon. So you can see it's now coming from the top. However, they want to slow that down, but all of a sudden my little sequence number is now 0. Why is it a 0? Well, we have told it to open up with previous, so as soon as we click to the next slide, it will start running. So that's what the 0 means here, from making it where we don't have to do a mouse click for it to automatically start running. And then they want us to change the animation duration. So underneath start, we have duration of 1 second. We want to take that up to 2 seconds. It's going to go up every quarter of a second, so it should be 0.02.00. And then we're just going to test it again. And it takes a little longer to come down and park itself on the slide. Now, originally, we needed to know the difference between a duration and a delay. Okay, duration is the length of time in which the animation itself occurs. We went from 1 second to 2 seconds. The delay time is the length of time that passes before the animation begins. So if you wanted to wait a second or 2 before it starts, you can change the delay time. Yes, you can type the numbers in for both of those. Now, we want to animate our bulleted list, so we're going to click in any one of the cells there. And we're going to select, and I believe it's fade, which happens again to be there on our styles, or excuse me, animation on the ribbon. So click on it. We're going to change its duration to 2 seconds. And then we're going to preview it. Notice the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the order they're going to come in after your title. Now, I want to point out that you're doing this on click. You could change it to after previous, so that you could control how long this stays before you go to the next one. So if you wanted to read it out loud, you could, and then click for it to go to the next one, and so forth. In our case, they want us to click back on that And I'm just going to click on the outer box since they're all inside the outer box and see if this doesn't work for me. They want us to go to Effect Options and say All at Once. So initially it was by paragraph. Let's see what happens when it's all at once. See how they all have 1111? They're all going to come in at the same time. And it's going to take 2 seconds for the whole box to come in once we run the preview. So let's run the preview. Okay, there are a lot of other things you can do with animations that they're not showing you in this particular module. I hope to maybe create just a sample of animations and transitions that were not addressed in the 3 modules. So, I'm just getting some kind of message in the way. Don't you love it when something interrupts your recording? I'm not going to re-record. We're just going to stop now.